Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, sorry about that. But that was just a clue for those who might be in the know for what I'm going to talk to you about. So this is a story about my fandom of Whitesnake and how I got to meet them and something that came out of that. And ever since I saw Phil Aston's video about how he got Robert Plant's autograph after a Rainbow gig, this has been going around in my head, and I thought I've got to tell this story. So here we go. I was born in 62, so in 79 I was 17, and still quite a late bloomer when it came to gigs. The first gig I ever went to was UFO's tour, just before they released No Place to Run. The first time they'd been out without Michael Schenker, with Paul Tonka Chapman on guitar. And that was pretty damn good, and I've been a huge fan of them ever since. The second gig that I ever went to was Whitesnake, touring their Love Hunter album. And when Coverdale and his ego walked on the stage at Southampton Gaumont, I was absolutely blown away. He was fantastic. And every time they've toured ever since, I've tried to get to see them, and I've lost count of how many times I've seen them. Must have been at least 9-10 times over the years. So the second time I saw them, which would have been 1980, touring for the Ready and Willing album, after the gig, my mate and I, Mark Gates, who'd driven up to Southampton in his little old green Mini, hung around after the gig at the stage door at the back of Southampton Gaumont. And while we were there, waiting for the chance to try and get to see the band, we hooked up with a couple of girls, as you do. Anyway, when the band finally left the theatre, they all trooped straight out of the stage door and onto a bus, a coach. And we dashed back to Mark's car, which wasn't parked too far away, with these two girls. And we managed to follow the bus. And we followed it a short way round Southampton, down to the docks, to the Holiday Inn Hotel where the band was staying. Well, I can't remember exactly how, bit of a miracle really, we managed to wangle our way into the hotel. And we ended up in the hotel bar with the whole band. So you got Mickey Moody, Bernie Marsden, John Lord, Neil Murray, Ian Pace, and the great Mr. Coverdale himself. And we're sitting around drinking with the guys, talking with the guys, got our program signed, tickets signed. We must have been there for a couple of hours. It was fan-bloody-tastic. Anyway, one of the girls who we picked up at the gig had a black jacket with lapels and badges all up the side on the lapels, and one of the badges said, "Would I lie to you just to get in your pants?" And Coverdale noticed this and remarked, "Hey, that'd be a good idea for a song." Well, lo and behold, next year the Come and Get It album comes out, and on side 2 there's a track called Would I Lie to You? And at the end of the song he actually says those lines from that badge, "Would I lie to you just to get in your pants?" Ha 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 ha. So you could have knocked me down with a feather when that album arrived and that track was on it. And I was there when it was inspired. I don't know whether he'd got the idea before that, after it, seen it other places, but that was a moment that will live in my memory forever. It was one of those fantastic experiences, just like Mr. Aston's and his Robert Plant incident. I will never forget meeting David Caldale and the whole Whitesnake band and experiencing that inspirational moment. So one of my great memories. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope if anybody else has got anything of the same kind of thing, that they'll share it too. So keep the story going, keep the conversation going, and Happy New Year to all you spinners out there. Cheers.